Go beyond. Just not gonna accidentally send that in the Discord. That's good. For when I dropped my keyboard and it said plus 4019. With an apostrophe at the end, of course, because it's abbreviated. Sick. Oh, my chatteroomies up. Got rid of too many balloon animals. I already have Mrs. Avocado. I don't need regular antlers. I have super antlers. I'll need 3 baseball caps. Song's so good. I swear this D-pad sucks on this controller. It is. It's real bad. What's up there, Yeet? How you doing? Do you like walking tender balls? I don't know what that means. Oh, the autocorrect demon got you again. Do I like whapping tendons? Sure, why not? If it's a ball, I'll whap it. No, I don't want to trade that. Goddamn D-pad sucks on this controller. Oh my god, I have so many of these. Bam. Oh boy, trading in all the good stuff. Moon Rock, wow. Oh, might as well get rid of all 3 of these. Oh, the most premium items. Where's Sun Bro already? Where's the Sun Bro? How's it going, Yeet? How's life been? You're almost done with school, aren't you? Oh boy. You got gold 3 in solo standard. Nice, man. Congrats. You're getting close to that platinum. Nice work. Did you make that last season, or is that what you placed this season? Oh, so much shit. Ooh, yeah, pizza. Pizza pie. Fuck school. I hear you, man. That's why I no longer go to school. It's also because I graduated. And I'm now an old man. Put a third one on there. Not happy with doubles and standard placements. Yeah, those are a bit harder because you go against more grouped up people. So, like, a team that knows each other pretty well is always going to have an advantage.
What's up?
Bro. How you doing?
Alright, how's it going with you?
Oh, I'm great. I'm just trading in tons of bullshit. I have so much doubles.
Yeah. Yeah, I just haven't felt like doing it.
Yeah, it takes a really long time.
And I don't think I'm gonna get anything good anyways. Have you got anything, like, new or decent?
No, I have to make it up to the, like, super, super rare to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trading for one of those right now. So I got Painted Sparkles Boost. Which... what is it painted?
They should really have painted items stacked on top of their original. You just click it and then you can, like, choose which color.
Yeah.
Oh. Which I wouldn't be surprised if they do. I think they said something about they were gonna mess with inventory stuff, didn't they?
Yeah, with also the like certifications or whatever. Put those in there too.
Yeah.
You always get matched with, like, almost mid-bronze worthy players? How do you know? Against high gold or mid-gold. How do you know, though, Yeet? Do you check?
How's it going, Yeet? I think part of it is I'm just so annoyed with, like, clicking on something that I have multiples of, and it's like, actually, this comes from something that only has 3 things that are tradable, and it's like, ugh. Yeah. So then I press B, and it undoes the filter. Like, I just filtered for rare shit, clicked on something, and then it undid my filter when I realized that wasn't something I could trade in.
You can tell that you've seen it all. I don't know. Yes, you do check. I don't know. I don't know if you do check. That's a lot of effort to put in against teammates.
You have that mod? The mod that tells you?
He's not on PC, though.
Ooh.
That's a lot of effort to check. I'm just saying, teammates are sometimes your level. Like Rocket League places you with people at your MMR.
Yeah, there might be a little bit of discrepancy in those first 10 placement matches. It might be a little bit off, but you're getting people that you're supposed to be playing against.
But
the majority of the time.
A big problem is chemistry at those levels.
Basically any level.
Yeah, but like.
Yeah. I would agree though. I think it can be a struggle to get past roughly that zone because of chemistry.
Yeah.
It's rage-inducing. Raid is all about your attitude.
Yeah, I mean, I can.
It is frustrating, but it's all about whether you let it get to you or not.
You know, you gotta think too. You know, they might be having a bad match. Like I have temporary
Everyone
rage
does.
on stream.
Everyone has bad matches.
Oh, I got dunked.
Oh, don't take it out on your controller. This costs you money.
Yeah.
And then you feel like shit because you broke something. You just make it worse. That's not good. That's not healthy.
Yeah, the amount of times that I have a bad match. Some bro has a bad match. I mean, some bro has a bad match like at least one more time than I do.
Yeah, at least one.
Plus one. Plus one times some bro.
at least 1 plus 1.
Yeah.
How's it going, Kristen?
My chat is off. What do you mean?
Like I already have like way less points than him because he is an RNG champ. How am I supposed to compete with that?
Yeah, it's true. What's up, Kristen? How you doing? What do you mean my chat's off?
Oh fuck! Oh, teammate, that was close. We complain about teammates that make like really bad decisions, not necessarily. I mean, if their mechanics are really bad, we might complain. But a lot of times, it's just like you made a selfish decision. It's not that you accidentally screwed up. It's like you did something because of your mental attitude. There's a problem. At least that is for me. Like if a teammate tries to make a shot and misses, it's like, all right, that happens to everybody. But if he's being a dick and like going, oh, your audio is off.
I synced that before the stream, goddammit.
I thought you meant like the chat in the game was off. Or maybe Twitch chat.
I'll check it here in a sec.
Oh, I thought we had a goal. Is there no goalie?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought there was a goalie.
Thank you, Kristen.
Half your teammates can most hit the ball on the ground most of the time. So like for aerials.
I mean, you also have to think of the amount of.
Teammate, give me a nice shot.
You have to think too that you missed the ball. Like, you're not perfect either. I missed the ball.
Yeah, you have to look at it from a mindset of like eventually you'll be good enough to carry even really bad teammates, and then you'll excel. You'll move up. It's just practice. It's just time.
Yeah, you're not gonna jump up super high up until.
Oh, what a save!
Like right away. It takes a long time, unless you're like super good.
And nobody's doing aerials right off the bat.
They're seeing gold.
That takes practice.
Like unless you're just flying through gold, no one's hitting all their aerials. And I hit most of my aerials, but I don't necessarily hit them the right direction.
Another interesting thing is that sometimes people are trying shit they know they're not good at because they're trying to get better at it.
Yeah.
Like there are some aerials that I just didn't even attempt for the longest time, but I had to start attempting them so that I could get good at them. I had to punish my teammates by going for things I know I still do. I go for things I know I can't do because I have to get practice in before I can actually start to get them. So, you might be mad at your teammates for not being able to hit an aerial, but maybe he needs to practice. There's plenty of times where I'm sure you've made a mistake and your other teammates have gotten mad at you, and you'd like them to be considerate and sportsmanlike when you make mistakes. So.
No!
Wow, whoever was in goal there sucks ass and should kill themselves
No, don't
and uninstall.
don't say that.
After they kill themselves, they should uninstall.
Don't say that in the text chat because they'll ban you real quick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do like.
See, that was a joke because I was just preaching that we should be friendly to teammates even when they make mistakes. And honestly, that was actually my mistake, not yours. But oh! Yeah, you're not going to stop making mistakes. Even the pros fuck up and. Oh, what a shot!
Where's my pants? There they are. They have my cell phone in there. It's all about attitude.
Yeah. Don't forget, you're supposed to be having fun.
Yeah, that's true too.
Man, that sounds like really cheesy and like some shit you'd say to a 4th grader, but if you're smacking your controller on the desk,
I even sat in goal for a little bit because I was putting headphones in my ear or my earbud in so I can get my cell phone out to check my sync. Can't check it.
You got this?
Yeah. I'm slowly getting there. That was gonna be good too. Most of the time when it does this sync shit, it's a fight. If I have more than like a second or so using. I need to figure out why my Elgato does that, where I just started up and my Elgato is just like a different sync every single day.
Damn, I almost scored there.
So you said my game audio is off, Kristen? I guess I'll just find out. No, I watch myself.
Getting pretty lucky with the painted goal explosions.
Live. There's my live thing. Turn up the volume.
Yeah. Saffron and forest green.
My voice sync. Really? God damn it. My headphones aren't fitting in this one. Oh no, I need different headphones.
I want to put the poop goal explosion on something.
Oh my. The what? Oh.
The one that just goes poop.
Oh yeah. I thought you said poop. And so I was thinking a brown colored one.
Does anybody in chat care about Game of Thrones spoilers? Before I start mouthing off.
Why is my... That was fine before I started streaming my clamp test.
This is last call on Game of Thrones spoilers. For the most recent episode. At the final episode there, I don't know if you remember this character, the kid in the wheelchair, Bran. Do you remember him?
Me? Sunbro?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you said you watched a
wait.
couple episodes.
I know what happened to him, yeah. In the final episode.
He becomes, they like name him king, and Tyrion says, he'll be king, Bran the Broken. Like gonna be like his nickname, Bran the Broken.
Wow.
And it's like this really somber moment of like this cripple boy that was thrown out of a window in the first episode of the show. In the final episode gets to become king, so it's kind of a crazy arc for him, and it's kind of this big moment. But of course, it's been memeified like crazy on the internet. It's like, wow, really, Bran the Broken? That's what you're gonna call me? Bran, just Bran is fine. Just King Bran is good.
Yeah.
And someone's like, Tyrion, Bran, the busted up. He's like, really, the busted up? How about just King Bran? Tyrion says, Bran the brandy capped, or Bran the wheelie legs no feely. That one really cracked me up.
Brandy cap.
Bran the tore up from the floor up.
Give me 1 second, son, bro.
Alright.
I need to make sure my game audio's fine. Okay, yeah, my game audio's good. Sweet. God damn it. So my
Has been
mic drifted there. I don't know why my mic drifted.
this prophecy about the prince who was promised, so they're calling Bran the paraplegic who was promised. It has been a gold mine of good memes on Reddit.
I saw Bran was trending on Twitter, but I didn't actually click on it. So I didn't think it would be memed.
Ah, man, I'm so glad I stayed up to watch it because there's been spoilers all over the goddamn place.
I know of Bran and I know of the water bottle.
Yeah. So a couple episodes back, there was a fucking Starbucks cup sitting on the table.
Yes, saw that too.
And they fucked up again with a water bottle.
Hey, look, your buddy's on the other team.
I see that, yeah. Dude stole my avatar, piece of shit.
At least the water bottle was a little less noticeable.
What the fuck was he doing?
Do an air dribble.
That's not a good spot or like a good direction though.
His teammate was right behind him, just taking a jolly little drive there. Sunday drive. Oh, okay. Ooh.
Can't see.
I never actually grabbed it.
Wheelie legs no feely. Holy shit, that made me laugh.
Brandy cap is pretty good too.
That whole thread was great. Coming up with hilarious names for a king who's paraplegic.
I saw also somebody saying that, like, this guy knew the whole time. He probably did, because he's a prophecy man.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons I hate prophecy shit. Like, the whole time he's talking about how he doesn't want to be a lord, or that he can't be a lord, that he's, like, the three-eyed raven now, which means he's, like, the prophet. And then at the end, it's like, oh, he's king. Like, what? This whole thing has been that he's, like, doesn't concern himself with the affairs of men anymore. Now all of a sudden he's lord of all of them?
Yeah.
There was more than a few missteps here towards the end. Still my favorite show ever, though.
I saw Breaking Bad was trending too, because, like, people were like, hey, this proves that Breaking Bad was the best show that's ever aired.
Breaking Bad, I actually would argue that Breaking Bad was a better show just because the writing did not dip the way it did in Game of Thrones. But I still think Game of Thrones is my favorite. I love both shows, but Breaking Bad, like, actually was a better made show. IMHO.
You know what's a better made show? Stargate.
I haven't seen that one, so I can't I can't. I can neither confirm nor deny.
I hit that real hard.
Oh, I fucked my jump.
Oh, I hit it! Teammate, please. Yeah, thank you. my hit was not. We are the A. Fucking A right, mate. Wow.
Oops.
That guy was having trouble in the net. He should have did a half flip. Or did he try? No, he didn't really.
He pushed buttons on his controller.
Yeah.
You gotta give him that.
Half flip, little boost. I'll get you there.
No! I fucked up.
You can tell teammate didn't have it. He was sitting on. Yeah.
He might have gotten bumped there.
He did. A little bit. And he recovered onto the wall. He didn't have momentum.
Pimp Linus? I see what he did there. He's skirting the sensor. Fast kickoff.
I did that in Pokemon all the time.
Who needs a fast kickoff? I'm perfectly capable of not being a grand champ with my normal kickoffs.
Fast kickoffs typically don't lead to something in their favor. That's really going for me.
I'm pretty sure the pros do it, so it's not like it's a bad idea.
Yeah.
But I just don't think it affects the game that much.
You know, it does affect the game a lot, though. Not staying in net when you're the one back. The amount of times we've scored on people because
Oh my god, yeah.
they're
Absolutely.
not willing to stay back. At our level.
Yeah. That's another thing that pros they'll go for boost, and like I get it. Like if you're part of a pro team and you're trying to squeeze every last advantage you can, but no way I'm doing that in regular matches with randos.
Plus the pros can just about get back to net right away.
That's the point, is that you're supposed to be able to get back to net fast enough. You should not be getting beat so badly on kickoff that your teammates can't recover in time.
Yeah.
But there's no way in hell I'm trusting myself to get back, or I'm trusting my teammate not to get beaten on kickoff badly.
Painted metalwork wheels, and they look like they're metal. Like I think they're gray. There's a lot of tricks that people are like, yeah, you got to learn these tricks, but like we don't know and don't do those tricks.
Yeah, ceiling shots are overrated.
Yeah, oh god.
Like
yeah.
if you can do them, that's fantastic. But there's other things you can focus on that are going to improve your game because you use them way more often.
Unless you want swag bucks, then by all means go for it.
Yeah, I mean, if that's how you have fun, is by showing off, then go ahead. But if you care about the W's, we win, well over 50% of our matches. It was like 56 or 57%, something like that. Which is not too shabby for champ level.
Mine's 55. Goals average per match is 0.99. That's gone up.
56.5. Goals per match average is 1.2. Well, well. My saves are only 0.8 though.
Mine are 0.8, but it doesn't count epic saves.
What?
Yeah.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
You gotta aggregate them together. That's why that website's good. I haven't been on that website forever.
Oh! What? I don't know how our win percentage isn't like nearly identical. We play basically exclusively
Yeah.
together.
When you have 14,000 matches.
I played like a couple games for the weekly challenge by myself to get those duels.
Damn. I was gonna come for that sooner, so I jumped off the wall.
Oh, I made a read though.
Oh god, I sad flipped.
Also, don't underestimate the value of little boosts. It only takes like 3 or 4 of those, and you can hit basically anything. You don't have to get yourself out of position just to get 100 boosts.
Oh my god, yeah, the routes the routes I take, I'm just like, time to pick up scraps.
Yeah. I've seen so many videos where they talk about advanced level Rocket League stuff, and so much of it is about like managing your efficient routes for boost while maintaining a presence in the play. If you can not take yourself out of the play while you pick up boost, that is fantastic. Because just your presence, people will have to like respect it.
Grope 'em.
Even if you like pretend to go for it, that will usually throw them off or like adjust their shot.
Oh, I suck.
That was a nice save. It won't count towards the stats. Aw, teammate.
Mate went for another thing that I also was there for.
Just clearly had a better shot there.
No, I want that to go up the ball. Ooh. I don't have that. It's not me either, but
Saw the Inside Gaming about Modern Warfare dying.
I didn't,
Feels kind of weird.
didn't see that one.
Fortnite's eating everybody's lunch. Oh, if I hadn't bumped him, I could have scored that. Hurry up, hurry up. Yes.
That's crazy. The yearly installment that is Call of Duty.
Yeah, it's struggling. Starting the downward tick, anyways. And they're speculating about Call of Duty doing some kind of going free-to-play model. That's their speculation, obviously. Whoops. Making some kind of Call of Duty games as a service type deal. So everybody wants games as a service or subscription. That's just how life works now.
I hate it.
Yeah.
But it's nice to still see that single player is still doing pretty good. People still like their
What do you mean?
single player experiences.
Oh. Okay. I didn't realize you were moving to like. I thought that had something to do with Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I was like, you think people are playing the single player of Call of Duty?
No.
You just meant like, like Red Dead and everyone's super excited for Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Single-player games are still alive and well, thankfully.
Indie games.
Mm-hmm.
And your Hollow Knights.
Mm-hmm.
Your Silk Songs and your Celestes. Excited to play some Celeste. Challenging platformer sounds a little fun. Not really punishing.
Challenging but not punishing.
Yeah, because if you like, it's like one-room challenges, like Meat Boy.
Yeah, those are fun. Like those instant resets.
Yeah.
Oh, what a pass! Team. Oh.
Whoa! Hey, Joe.
Oh, heyo.
Go with the 8 months. Oh shit! So much, I appreciate it, Angel. I love you.
Georgia's doing an abortion bill too. It's like any kind of heartbeat or something like that. It's gonna make like abortions illegal after only 6 weeks.
That sucks.
Yeah. At least they. It's a little more well thought out than the Alabama one because they do have provisions for exclusions for rape and incest.
That's good. There was.
It's kind of a weird thing to admit that, like, yeah, there are some situations that are it's too far. It's really just like a convenience thing. Then it's like we don't want people getting an abortion out of convenience.
I left, by the way.
Yeah, I'm trying to, but it won't.
I saw right as I left, this one person readied up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, out of convenience. Like, how many people are? How's that? Like, it's more convenient than having a child, but when the oopsie happens, like, you need that kind of final lifeline if you don't want that. I guess not. I don't want to call it a lifeline, I guess. But then also, like, it's not more convenient than regular contraception. So, like,
yeah, like it's clearly, even if it's a convenience thing, you know, maybe they tried to use regular contraceptives and it just didn't work or something.
yeah,
or just they were drunk and made a mistake. And again, it's coming down to you want to force people that don't want to raise a child. You're going to force them to raise a child.
Yeah, those are the people
or
you don't want.
Give it up for adoption.
Yeah. Which we obviously don't need that.
And to the extent the Georgia bill's even saying stuff about, like, at that 6-week mark, they're considered citizens and count towards the population.
What?
And you even have to, like, start paying child support on them. Yeah. Like, it is, for all intents and purposes, a human being after 6 fucking weeks. Which apparently it's possible for a lady to not even know she's pregnant at that stage. So holy shit, guys, what are we doing here?
Yeah, that. I don't have a mark in which I could say that this is the cutoff, but I can tell you 6 weeks is a little too early.
That's way too early.
Like, if you know, you should be able to get an abortion at that time.
No, you have to do it before you know, according to Alabama senator. Yeah. It's abortions are okay until the mother becomes aware that she's pregnant. That's the cutoff. You should have done it before you knew.
You should call up the three-eyed raven. He'll tell you.
You should just go into your doctor once a month and be like, "Yeah, I need my abortion. I don't know if I'm pregnant yet, but just go ahead and abort me, please."
Just stick it in there and swirl it around.
Oh, that was a good pass. Also, like, a ridiculous number of pregnancies end in a miscarriage, so that's like it once. Oh, god damn it! So it's like nature kind of is already aborting babies at a ridiculous rate.
Oh, B6, do it, son. Son.
Nice.
Angel, if you're still there, by the way, how are you doing? How's it going?
Does anybody know what our current cutoff date is for abortions?
Probably varies by state, doesn't it?
I don't know. Roe v. Wade was like a Supreme Court. Because that's the thing is like Alabama and Georgia are actually going against the Supreme Court right now, and should not be like allowed to enforce the shit that they've. But it's gonna escalate.
Oh, I wasn't there. I wasn't there. I didn't know Roe v. Wade had like a cutoff specification in it.
Yeah, maybe it doesn't. I'm not sure. I didn't know that they're doing a lot of shady things to make it tougher for people to get an abortion. Being like, this one abortion clinic is like enough to satisfy
The whole state.
whole of Kentucky. Yeah.
Is it a Tuesday? Nope. All right, get out of here. Is the wind going north-northwest at 15 miles an hour? Oof. Rough. It just changed to 14. Oh.
Yeah. We have to close for the next month. I wanted to pass that. I really did.
Ah, you dick. You hear Louisiana? Oh, I didn't mean to murder that guy, but it worked out. Louisiana's gonna raise the smoking age, except for paramedics, military people, and
What?
cops. Yeah.
I guess if you have a high stress job, they're like, you know what? You deserve it.
There you go.
Been through some shit. Here, go ahead and take a few years off your life with
Yeah,
this.
we don't need people like you here longer.
Yeah.
What are you doing for society? Doing all right. That's good, Angel. No, you stop.
I'm actually reading a book right now about the people the scientists who worked for the tobacco companies to spread doubt about tobacco being related to lung cancer and all those other diseases and shit back in like the 60s. How the science was settled pretty quickly, but they kept doing whatever they could to poke holes in it, or even like when they didn't have a leg to stand on, just by saying we are scientists and we say there's no consensus, even though they're just straight lying. It was enough to cause doubt amongst the population, and they sent all these pamphlets to doctors and shit, and it was just really shady. Turns out like a handful of those same scientists were the ones behind the initial manufacturing of doubt behind climate change as well. Same fucking people.
Are they
It's
paid
just
for it?
like these people that really do have like science degrees, but we're just willing to sell their souls, basically. From what I can tell, I'm pretty early on in the book, but that's what it seems like.
That's pretty shitty.
Yeah. Because there are ways to. It's so easy to be like, we don't know this yet. And it's like, okay, sure, we don't have that part of the equation. We don't have that piece of the puzzle filled in yet. Like, so that's not settled. We can't be definitive yet. We need to do more research. It's like, well, no, we can tell it's going to be a puzzle of like a giraffe. We just don't have this specific piece of that puzzle yet.
It's a true skepticism to the point where it's the I think therefore I am.
Yeah.
Like, well, we can only prove I think therefore I am, so. I don't have any more. Uh-oh. Wolfman!
Wolfman. Dayman.
Oh.
Fighter of the night, man.
I need goddamn.
What? Oh, Wolfman almost gave me that.
I'm just like looking around for hundreds as I'm back.
Master of Karate.
I flubbed it.
Ooh, I thought he had that. Oh, you will not be
That
denied.
wasn't in anyway, I don't think. Hit the post.
Wolfman was holding his own.
Oh, I'm out of here already. We don't have a full crew. Out.
Champion of the night.
Okay. The goddamn rocket pass already at tier 81. I kind of don't understand the squares.
What do you
The
mean?
squares on the rocket pass that like level you up. I'm not sure. Do you get a square for winning a match? Like,
You talking about that end of the match screen?
well, when you go into your rocket pass in the upper left, your purple squares. But yeah, it's also at the end of the match. You get squares, and then sometimes it's like you leveled up, and it gives me like 6 squares. I'm like, what? Why did you just give me 6?
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know what gives you. I don't know what one square equals.
Yeah, because like my regular experience level is an actual, like, you know, a gauge. It doesn't have very finite quanta in it. Yeah, pass it. Thank you.
Teammate, I really would have liked you to go for that.
No, bump. It hit me. I don't care. Whatever. I really like some boost.
You better not miss that. Oh.
Oh, you dick.
Come on, teammate, that was right to you. Oh, no.
I'm already out of boost. Wasted too much.
Hope you got
A little
that.
bit. Oh! Gotten the score! Oof. That was a quick one. I didn't have boost. Hard momentum, rather. Going forward is a boost at this point.
Just driving forward.
Yeah.
Woo! How about that clear? Oh, a backflip.
I couldn't do it.
A sad flip.
I couldn't. I was literally right above it, and so I just let my car slide down the wall. Watch this.
That almost worked.
Bought 4 games for $4 the other day. Humble bundle.
Is that it? Those are rookie numbers. You got to pump those numbers up.
What are they though?
Wolf of Wall Street reference. I have dozens of games from Humble Bundle I've never installed.
Humble bundle's great.
Oh, it's so good. I get to feel like I'm a good person for donating to charity, even though it really is just I wanted that game.
I haven't bought from Humble Bundle in a while though. There hasn't been a pack that's been like, yeah, I need that.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of mostly grabbed their sales. I haven't bought a bundle in a little while.
I have grabbed.
I used to buy their shit all the time though. Hey, a Humble Bundle used to be a thing. Used to be like, holy shit, there's a new Humble Bundle.
Yeah. I want it to be a little lighter. Goes on.
I could have sworn I got Anti-Chamber from Humble Bundle, but I can't find it, so I re-added it to the wish list. I'll buy it again, I guess.
Did you look on your Humble Bundle account to make sure that you didn't?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Zanzara, the Hidden Portal? I haven't heard of that. Probably because it's hidden.
I've played too many games that were described as Pokemon butt, and none of them were good. I've yet to play a game that had that itch, that scratched the itch of Pokemon, but like gave me something new. Because I would love to. I would love to find a Pokemon game that had something unique to it, or just like a new set of monsters, a new like something.
There's good ROM hacks.
Yeah, I did try one actually.
There's like Pokemon Nuclear or whatever. That one's apparently interesting because it's got like a new mechanic with like nuclear Pokemon. Like nuclear versions of Pokemon.
I haven't heard of that, but I did. Oh, fuck.
Can't believe I missed that. Oh. Hope the guy didn't make it.
Zanzara. I've been wanting to play Yotun for so long now. It was like $4 at Humble Bundle. Bought that like a week ago and I still haven't even installed it.
He's gonna drop.
I was looking forward to playing it. Still haven't. Oh no. My eye's itchy. Oh, my eye's so itchy.
Oh god, it wiggled!
Oh, we're running out of time.
Oh!
Teammate's
I
passing.
hit it, but he hit it too. Combat system is good, interesting. In Zanzara. Oh.
Oh no. Oof. Ooh, that was a good hit from teammate. I'm pushing forward because we got 20 seconds.
Hit it. You made it!
Oh, I have boost finally.
Ugh! Way too much!
Oh.
Oh! A good push at the end.
That sounds too good. Zanzara sounds too good to be true.
FPS fairy magic? First person shooter? You actually have to pee. Find, collect fairies. That sounds like something you'd like though, Angel, with the fairies. I think you're into fairies, right? But with the AE, the EA? Anyway,
Was a 3D game? PC game from 2002, wow. Looking a little dated. Soulless Ray of Hope looks like it'd be a fun little platformer. I think small indie platformers are a really interesting design space. How's it going, Barry?
Got my goddamn roommate spraying a gallon of Glade in the bathroom again, and my eyes were burning a little bit. and I taste it still. Like I need to drink something because I have like soap taste in my mouth.
I have like 80 purchases from Humble Bundle.
Oh, that's a lot. What's up there, Barry?
Oh shit, here's Antichamber. Fuck yeah, I found it.
Ooh, nice.
Reveal your Steam key, please.
It doesn't have a crazy narrative like other stuff. I'm starting finding match, by the way.
Okay. I knew I had it. I'm about to fucking buy that game again.
Yeah, I don't need either, Angel.
I check it almost every day. It's also one of the ways I discover new games. I get their fucking emails. That's how much I'm a fan of Humble Bundle. I'm really sick of Humble Bundle monthly emails, though. Holy shit, I'm not buying your fucking monthly subscription service. It's not happening.
I'm getting tired of the USA Gundam Store emails. Left the match. Done. One goal in. Get out of here. Kyoto. Colorful days. Romance visual novel. Oh, you need Sakura. What is it? Sakura. One of them.
Can't tell you how many times I thought to myself,
Oh, fuck.
ah, fuck me. That's how many, I can't tell you how many times I thought to myself, hey, fuck me. I was like, I only paid, you know, it was like I got the bundle for this one game because it's already cheaper than.
Oh, nice.
Don't pass it in front of your net, you idiot. What are you doing? Can't tell you how many times I'm like, that game looks kind of interesting, and since I'm basically getting it for free, I might as well try it, and then just never download it.
Yeah.
So whenever I'm like in the mood to play, it's always like, well, I could download a whole new thing and play that, or just play something I already like. I have found some gems though.
Nice. Nice footage, Angel. Quality. Oh, I almost got a block on him, too. Barry, how are you? You haven't said how you were, and I'm worried about you. Oh, he bumps. Damn it.
Bumped the shit out of teammate there.
Oh, it's, in fact, could teach you greetings and stuff in Japanese. That's neat. I could teach you some Japanese greetings. Haro.
Barry's hungry.
How are
Someone
you?
feed my Barry.
Berries cause you to not be hungry, you silly. Is there food? Get it?
I do get it.
Wish I had food. Ooh, I still hit it though.
But his name is Barry, like singular, not berries plural, and one berry is not going to prevent you from being
That's
hungry.
a really big berry. You know, avocados I think are considered berries.
I don't know if one avocado would be enough to prevent your hunger.
They're very filling. I can barely finish one. I could do a half one. Try to prevent that.
I guess filling, but not satisfying.
Yeah, it's not satisfying.
Barry, do you want to be satisfied? No, where'd you go? I miss you so.
Gotta get it down. I was thinking about Japanese greetings. An avocado isn't filling to you. Oh! Yeah, maybe. I hardly ever have avocado. Because it's just, like, I can have a little bit of it, but it's, like, so powerful to me that wasn't good.
I bet if you actually ate berry, it'd be pretty filling.
That's true. I'm into that.
You want to be satisfied? Well, you got to eat yourself. Eating berry would be very sad. Very satisfying. Oh, you son of a bitch! I can't believe you missed.
When you're not good.
We need better opponents
Yeah.
that don't miss when I predict them.
Yeah, when you're not good because the opponents aren't good.
Yeah. Step your game up so that I stop looking bad. All three of us are right here. It worked.
I saw you jump up, so I did a backflip to stop myself.
Oh, sweet moves. Smooth operator.
That's what I do. If somebody does a jump, I do a backflip to...
Barry, you've tried to eat yourself, but you can't reach.
I could reach for a little while, then I became fat.
I feel like Wubby might have put on some weight, because I remember seeing him rolling around on his skaters, his wheelies.
Wheelies.
Yeah, Heelys, that's it.
He might have.
He looked a little bit bigger sitting in that chair. Maybe just an unflattering angle.
Yeah, chairs make it flop down. You're in front of me, I'm sorry.
It's too bad he didn't meet them with a green mustache.
Yeah. Or just his full green suit.
He showed up in the green suit.
They just agree.
Oh man, we're winning. What am I
They
doing?
chroma key him out of every shot. But they make him wear like really weird clothes. But it's like that anime style where he moves, but the pattern stays still. Have you ever seen those in anime?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, yeah. It's a little off-putting at first, but I actually kind of like it in some situations.
As long as it's not like tons of characters that are like that, I think it's kind of charming. If it's like one or two.
Yeah, it's kind of a neat visual style for like a blanket or like one cloak or something.
Yeah. It's chibi style, and instead of being some dude with a gun, you are a guide dog who helps his blind owner through situations. That's a neat concept. I think there's a game where you're blind and you have to rely on sound.
Yeah, that horror game.
Yeah.
Heard it sucks. Something people spent 2.5 years working on. Yeah, I heard it
Yeah,
sucks.
it's pretty shitty.
Just completely disregard it. They're like taking a fucking mortgage out on their house just to finish the game. Hey, it got like a 7.5 in some random ass YouTuber's review, so not worth my time.
7.5?
Yeah.
That's...
I play 9s? Excuse
Yeah.
me? I only play 9s? I only date 9s?
People that rely too much on reviews are ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, I understand...
Well, especially like the numerical score.
Yeah. I understand, like, wanting to preview your games beforehand and get, like, a gauge of if you should play it, but you should really just watch somebody play it, if that's the case. Like, you should watch somebody play it, because, like...
9S! Holy shit! 9s.
Where?
I didn't even make that connection. In Twitch chat, either you're fast or you're not funny. Either you type fast or you get no credit. What the hell's happening with my controller?
I'm playing a Nier Automata song, too, right now.
I said I only date 9s. Holy shit, I didn't even think about that.
Well, 9s are...
But yeah, I was excited about Rage 2 until I saw the reviews.
I guess that's a good thing to, like, see at first, but if you're super, like, curious, you should still watch somebody play it, you know? But like you hear that it's just underwhelming and stuff. Yeah, you can do that, but it's not the score that makes you do it. It's the fact that they said it's this and this and this.
If you get to the end of the review and you're still not sure, but then you see a number and that's what like tips you over the edge, then you should probably like do more research.
Or just the number. You just go to the bottom, grab the number.
Yeah, that's a lot of people that do that. I think IGN even started just putting like the number in the like where the title is on the app. I was like, Jesus, that's all they care about. Just give me the number. This game got an 8.8, but this game got only an 8.5. What the shit? It's reviewed by two completely different people, for one thing.
Yeah.
You could also be gauging them based on what they were going for. You'd be like a game that's like more ambitious or whatever.
We're in different times too, with Mike.
Mm-hmm. But nope, it's you're just getting paid by the advertisers. Even Inside Gaming kind of touched on that. They're like, Rage 2 is getting shit on, even though it's better than Far Cry New Dawn. Is that because they're scared of like pissing off Ubisoft or some shit?
It was like, are they? It's like a low profile. Oh shit, low profile game. So like,
right?
They
which implies that they didn't want to give a lower score to a Ubisoft game.
Well, it's like they don't want to give a lower score to things that fans will be excited about potentially.
Yeah.
And so they didn't want to piss off fans more than like the companies.
It is an interesting thing. Once you get big enough, like an IGN or Kotaku or whatever, you have to like. Oh, my finger slipped. God damn it.
What if I redirected that?
You have to think about. Like how is this score gonna like maintaining your integrity as a game reviewer? Like this is what I think it should actually be. This is gonna piss people off because they're fanboys. But if I bump it up like a couple of points just to make it look a little bit better, it might appease some of the. What is happening? I'm getting like lag, but I'm not getting the symbol for packet loss or anything. My ping seems fine, but something's happening.
Yeah, there's that too much water comment in IGN.
See, that's a funny meme, but like that's kind of a problem of the. You know, they had that pros and cons list at the end that I actually like. And if you only read her score and her pros and cons list, that seems ridiculous. But if you watch the review, it's kind of like, I think there's too many water sections.
Yeah.
She wasn't saying like this island shouldn't have this much water.
Yeah, and that was Hoenn, and Hoenn has a lot of water. Like, but it's a good thing they lowered the goddamn encounter rate in the water.
Yeah.
And caves too. Before it was the same as tall grass, so you just get Pokemon every goddamn 5 steps.
Maybe some people like the water sections. Yeah. So if you do, then you can like ignore that part of the review. I mean, it's impossible to make a review that's like objective.
Yeah.
You're just gonna have to say like, this is what appealed to me, and that's the nice thing about finding a reviewer that you agree with is like when you find like similar tastes.
There will be no reviewer rather that I agree with. No viewer. None of you guys I'm gonna agree with you. Fuck you.
Or like if you know that once you know a reviewer is like biased towards turn-based combat or something, they're gonna be like, this is amazing, and you're like, well, they're saying that, but I know that they like turn-based combat to begin with, and that's already a hard sell for me.
Somebody that's a huge old school Final Fantasy fan, and then especially a Final Fantasy VII fan, and then if they figured out that like Final Fantasy VII is like more of an action RPG, then they're gonna get like pissed or something. Be like, yeah, I liked it better when it was turn-based. It just didn't keep the charm. You're like, yeah, but the old game still exists, but you just wanted it to be like.
Yeah, you got to judge it by what it is, and not by what you remember from a kid.
But there's also expectations, right? They might have had expectations for that. At the end of the day, reality is subjective, as wise man Barry once said.
He did say that once, only the one time. I reject your reality, substitute my own.
Yeah, a lot of people want FF7 to be exactly the same except for the graphics. Yep.
I wonder how hard it would be for them to be like, here's the turn-based combat system if you want it, but if you want to try out our new fun system, you can do that too. Like, put all your effort into that, but like, how hard would it be to just carry over that turn-based system? That seems...
A lot of people right now think it's an action RPG, but like, we actually don't know. It might be a turn-based RPG with really damn good animations.
Yeah,
We've barely seen anything.
Also, the episodic thing is really weird.
Yeah, they said they wanted...
Episodic has not been working very well. It didn't work that great for Hitman.
Yeah.
What are you trying to do?
Get more money, because it's Final Fantasy VII.
Oh yeah, you obviously get more money, but like, man, you're taking a... Has anyone ever taken a remake and turned it into an episodic? That's such a weird concept.
It's just the fact that it's like, you know, the epic Game-Ars game. The old school, this is what everyone wants.
They didn't want it in chunks though.
Yeah, well, and, you know, they could...
A fucking RPG to put that into chunks? That's so weird. Especially a game that like they've already played.
Yeah.
They know what's gonna happen in the story.
They could make it even bigger though, add more filler BS, more world building. I don't fucking know, man. I don't like it either if it be episodic.
Yeah, thankfully it doesn't matter to me. But like, I can imagine seeing something like Shadow of the Colossus coming out and like episodic would just be so weird. They did a remake of that though, and, so it's not a great example. I was just trying to think of something I love from. Oh, I've got some news for you. According to Inside Gaming, it's going to be episodic.
Well, so they said a long time ago they wanted it. They were thinking about making it episodic, but it's
I
not.
thought that they had that Twitter post that said like, yeah, we don't have any changes to our episodic model. I thought they like confirmed it. They hadn't changed that yet.
I don't know. I don't know about that. But it depends. Like we'll like, for one, I don't want it necessarily to be episodic, but at the same time, if they make it really good, then I guess I won't care that much. If they're...
Are you gonna play it?
Yeah. Because I liked FF15 a lot, and this is pretty. If the gameplay, unless I see like the gameplay is total trash, then I'm just not gonna play it. Trash for my enjoyment, right?
Yeah. Subjective trash.
Yeah.
You know what they say? One man's trash is another man's Final Fantasy game.
Yeah. Which I agree with that because I didn't like FF7 whatsoever. I, again, watched somebody play it and went,
That's why I'm surprised to find out you're interested in it.
it's the crusty graphics, the pacing of the old game, but you know, if they could.
Yeah, those are things they can tweak now.
Yeah.
But then, how much do you tweak it? Because you're gonna piss off the people that love every aspect of the old game.
They're already gonna get people that are pissed off. I guarantee.
Oh yeah,
it.
you're gonna be pissed no matter what.
They're gonna change something, and people aren't gonna like it.
Oh, teammate.
It's like, why would you want every dialogue option or dialogue box to be the same? Even the misspellings and shit that they had in there. have any boost. Nice.
Just spit all over my mic. I don't know. If I remaking a game when it's only a graphics update, like I would replay Shadow of the Colossus if it was literally only textures and like resolution upgrade and like performance upgrade, because I love the game that much.
That's.
But if they said, and that's what they did, they you know just put it on the PS4.
That,
actually made it twice.
Yeah, that's a port / remaster though, rather than a remake.
Yeah, it's a remaster. So, but if they said, hey, we're gonna add a couple of new Colossus, or like we're gonna add a new environment or some shit, I'd be creaming my pants.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be sitting there going, that wasn't in the original game.
More dialogue. They potentially change the dialogue so that it either makes more sense or it just flows better. Like, who the fuck cares?
Yeah, even if it's not adding new content, even if it's just fixing a couple things. I guess everyone's gonna have their breaking point though. Like, at what point have you changed it so much that something doesn't feel like the original game anymore? But I guess once again it depends on, like, is that a good change though? It doesn't feel like the original, but did you make it better or did you fuck it up? And that's gonna be subjective.
If they remade Ocarina of Time, I wouldn't want it to be anything like the original Ocarina of Time. Besides, like, again, characters are the same, like, dungeon names are the same. I would want it to be like Breath of the Wild or some shit, right? Like, make it a different video game experience. Ocarina of Time still exists. I can still play that. I can emulate it all day.
So I think largely I would agree. I like a remake more than a remaster in general. I'm just always optimistic though. Like, even sequels for movies, everyone knows they usually shit, but I'm always excited. Like, oh, there's so many possibilities.
Yeah.
It's like a loot box. It's like, it could be good though.
Yeah.
Like, none of the original team is working on it. None of the creative people behind the original product. Yeah, but it could be so good. Imagine if they did all the things that I want them to do.
Yeah, exactly, Barry. We have the 3DS for that. But it's somewhere, like, the only thing I'd say that I'm skeptical about is right now is Stranger Things 3.
You're skeptical about that?
Just how good it will be, because I'm just a little, like, thinking, like, well, what are they gonna do?
Forgot you watched that.
Yeah, 1 and 2, and I enjoy it. But, like, Stranger Things...
You know it's live action, though.
Yeah. It's not, like, something that I need to go out of my way for, but I'll definitely watch it. I guess a little bit out.
What makes you skeptical about the third one?
Just because, like, they've done Goop.
Spoilers for Stranger Things.
Not really.
Everyone dies.
They've done Goopland twice already. You know, parallel dimension, and so the parallel dimension feels like a little less scary and stuff. So I'm just like they're gonna have to do something like real creative, and I hope they do to like change it up. You know what I mean? Not just be Goopland, because season 1 seemed like Goopland. And it's kind of scary, whatever. Season 2 seemed like Goopland, but it's a lot scarier and crazy and nuts. But then now that that's like died down, I'm like, how are they can't make it more nuts, in my opinion, or else it's just gonna go way off the show's kind of path. And like,
I see what you're saying.
the first season will, and the second were a bit mystery-esque, but the second a little less mystery because again we knew about it. So for it to keep being mystery, they're gonna have to add some new shit to it.
I think those are valid points.
And I'm not saying that they can't do it. I'm just like, I hope they do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm a little...
Yeah, I actually don't know where I stand because, like, I wasn't sure what to expect from season 2. I was like, man, just season 1 would have been like good. You know, I would have. I don't think I ever would have been like really sad that we never got a second season of it. But then the second one came out, and I was like, where the fuck are they gonna go? And then it came out and it was good.
It was good.
So I'm kind of at the point where I just kind of trust the showrunners right now. Kind of like Game of Thrones. You know, I was just like, they can go wherever they want, because yeah, we're talking about Stranger Things. So you might be right. I haven't put a lot of thought into it because I didn't know what the fuck they were gonna do in the second one, and I like that. So I'm kind of just along for the ride right now. Just like they know better than I do, and we'll see where they go. Like the first 4 seasons of Game of Thrones were immaculate and my favorite TV show ever. But then, like after season 5 rolled around, it suddenly became a like judging the creators on like, well, was that the right decision to do that? And that's when you know you've lost them. Starting to lose the audience.
Yeah. But I don't think I'll ever be like, is that the good decision or whatnot? But I think I'll be.
There was a hilarious Onion article about Game of Thrones in the final season. I don't want to read the title correctly because what I say won't be as funny.
There was a hard drive or hard times one where they said that I don't know why they said 3 year. What did? Even though it was a few seasons, did Game of Thrones span 3 years in universe?
8 years.
In universe.
Oh, in universe? I'm not sure actually.
Because it said it had a picture of Game of Thrones people, and it says LARPing D&D session survives for 3 years without DM.
Game of Thrones showrunners disappointed with how quality of fans has dropped off over the past couple seasons. Those are really good.
That's good.
So it's like, you know, in the first few seasons, the fans were really on board, and they were so engaged. It was a great article. The last season of Game of Thrones had some problems, yes. That it is still an incredible series. It's still worth getting to that final disappointment, though. Oh shit! I cooked it. It's still worth the investment because the show is so damn.
Teammate
good.
left the match.
Teammate were winning. Fuck off.
Well, he was gonna go for the ball, but the other guy was gonna hit it, so I hit it before he did to get a pass, and then it didn't go up in the net, and so he was pissed. And then I got bumped there out of the way, but still, like, he's probably just raging, like, hey, they hit the ball and then they missed. I was like, dude, you were gonna get blocked. Like, I already knew. You freaking Index Season 3. Oh, kill me. So a person on Twitter, my coworker, sent me a thing about Index Season 3, and essentially the director or whatever was like,
Wow, teammate with 0 points. He really sucks.
yeah, he sucked. And the other teammate left the match. Oh, we can't score any more goals and win more.
God, yeah, that guy really did suck.
But like the director apparently had like 4 projects going on at once.
Jesus.
And so he couldn't concentrate on that season. Plus, yeah, it was apparently the amount of time between Index Season 2 and Season 3 was 8 years, and it covered
Oh, God.
And it covered 10 years of manga / light novels, or
Yeah.
only light novels.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
And there was a lot of
Yeah, it's a recipe for disaster.
there was a lot of like interview things that but people were shitting on the director like crazy. Like, you should see, when the season ended, you know, he had a tweet thanking fans saying, oh, thanks for, you know, watching my season. It was, thank you all, I love you, bye bye. And then like fans just shit on him like crazy.
Oh
Like-
yeah, the people have turned on the Game of Thrones guys. These two guys, the double D's, because they both of their names start with a D. And you would think that these guys had like strangled babies. Some of the shit I've seen.
Yeah, that was the exact same thing. People were like, "I'm gonna fucking kill you" and all this stuff. I'm like, what the shit, dude? Like, I understand the show wasn't that good, and I 100% agree. But for one, it wasn't just him. Like, there was company decisions that was made that was put him and like other people in the studio in bad positions. And then, like, forcing him to write an entire arc that took, like, 10 years in light novels into 26 episodes. Like, just all of it was fucked up. All the pacing of, like, all the episodes and shit like that was just... Apparently in, like, one of the...
And even if it was 100% his fault, like, don't cross the line.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus.
Yeah, tons of people. I saw people even partway through the season in their replies to the guy, or tweets to the guy saying, like, if you fuck this episode up, I will hate you forever and all this shit. I'm like, alright, dude. Like...
Yeah, people need to calm down. It's the same thing with sports fans. We won like 5 games in a row, and then we lost one, and people were like, "Fire the coach." It's like, what the shit? We just won 5 in a row. We had one bad game.
Calm down. Just calm down.
People are. Reminds me, I've been speaking of telling people to calm down. I've been watching the PSA Sitch videos on the Evergreen College again.
Oh, yeah.
Because I downloaded the Joe Rogan podcast to that Brett guy who wrote that letter, that teacher it was like, yeah, I'm gonna show up for school even though you said white people shouldn't show up. I'm gonna do it anyways. And he was very respectful in his letter and laid out the reason why and everything. But of course he painted as a fucking Nazi.
Yeah.
You actually have to be careful about saying, like, they called him a Nazi, because that used to be hyperbole. Now that's like an actual thing. They didn't actually call him a Nazi. They called him racist. That shit makes my blood boil. Watching those students and getting away with that shit and being disrespectful to the president. Just the mob mentality of any kind of like zinger that you can get on "shut the fuck up, George." It's like, yeah, you got him, you go. It's like, he's like trying to talk to you. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Stop using your hands. There's so many times they tell them like that's a microaggression. It just makes me want to puke. You got to put some of the blame on the president, though. Like, what, dude? You cannot let people walk over you like that. How the fuck did you become a president of a college when you just let students walk all over you like that?
Yeah, that.
And I'm usually the one that's all for, like, hey, just because you're in a position of power doesn't mean what that went in. Usually, I'd be all for, like, hey, just because you're president doesn't mean you shouldn't listen to your students. Like, you should sit down and have, like, conversations and listen to their grievances and stuff like that. But holy shit, these guys were obviously on a whole nother level.
Their grievances were out of control. That's what they were.
Yeah. Like, even if they had legitimate grievances, which they clearly 100% did not, like, you can't treat people like that. Yeah. You can't just take over the conversation that way. And I mean, we've talked about this 100 times before, but I'm getting riled up again watching it.
Yeah, it's literally like it wasn't like a conversation. It was people yelling at them to do a certain thing. It was their way or the highway, basically, for everything.
It's like, I need to pee. Well, hold it. It's like, oh, we didn't like think this far ahead, so I'm just gonna tell you to hold it. And then it's like everyone's like, haha, you got him. He's our bitch. Like, oh my god, it really hurts. Nice.
2 4 twos.
Yeah, it's like I want to go back to when all of these students were kids and like slap them in the face, basically.
Yeah.
And I'm not even a fan of like physical punishments for kids, but holy shit, I want to slap them. Because they're so far gone now. It's gonna take like a lot of life experiences for them to undo all the shit, or they just may never grow from their current position. Honestly,
Yeah, they probably won't.
They're so fucked down like the wrong road now.
That's why some of those people, I'm real scared about them growing up and like having positions of power in a company, in anything, government especially. Oh,
it really feels like the real world is gonna grind them to dust, though, doesn't it?
yeah.
Like just capitalism and in general, just like fuck. If you're gonna get pissy about every little thing, because you're not gonna have your group, like the whole thing. The reason that all spread is because the tribal mentality shit. Like one person would do something stupid because they don't know what the fuck they're doing, but everyone else would give them positive feedback, so they just got more emboldened. You're not going to get that shit outside of your shitty college.
Unless you like show up
Actually,
to crazy protests or something all the time.
Right, but at your work, you're not going to get that kind of feedback. Well, at least I didn't think so. But then that dude at Google was the victim of that. But oh. Just the lying too, like lying about that, what happened with the cop who the two cops that came in, like they were fucking and their mace, and the president's like, whoa, the cops maced you? Well, it's not about whether they hit us with mace, but that they brought mace at all. Like, what? You're mad because the cops had mace on them?
The police officers, that's what they
Yeah, these are legit cops, not the campus police that you can bully around because the president is giving you more power than his own police, his own campus police. Ugh, I could go on and on. That Evergreen College thing really gets me.
They were the ones that were wanting the no whites on campus day, right? That was the...
Yeah, see, so that's the thing, is that the guy... Oh, teammate, what the fuck are you doing? Why? He was behind me. Look, he was in goal. Why? You're listening to the Brett Weinstein guy. There was like a tradition at Evergreen College based on some dumbass play. Well, actually, I like the play. The play was about like black people didn't participate in their town for like a day, just to show like, hey, you don't realize how much like we have an impact in your lives, right. And by us not showing up, you know, that highlights the impact that we have. And it's not a fuck you, you're not useful. It's a look at how important and essential we are. And so I think that's a great concept for fiction. You know, it's an interesting idea to get you thinking. That's what fiction is for. That's what makes it good. And then the college, since like the 1970s, has been doing this absence day where people of color, well, it started with only black people, then it became people of color, would have a day where they don't show up, and it was kind of a tribute to that play. I already don't like that. I'm already like, you know, that was just like an idea in a play that's like an interesting concept, but it's like weird to actually do it.
Yeah, especially now.
Yeah, but anyways, that was never really much of a problem because they were volunteering. It's like if you wanted to participate, you could not show up, and it's in the spirit of like, you know, non-racism. But then it all changed when the Fire Nation attacked, and they decided to say not black people won't show up, but white people are not allowed to show up.
Yeah, that's
is like it became less of a we want to see the importance that minorities can have. Like, don't forget that minorities have an impact. To white people are a nuisance and like a detriment to society, and we need to be reminded of that. It's like, holy shit, that's scary. That's what kicked everything off.
Segregation all over again.
Yeah, forced segregation.
I thought it was really dumb that they wanted to have, like, there was some colleges, I don't know if it was the same one, but they wanted to have segregated housing too, because they were like, basically like, the white people are too dangerous to the black people. And I was like,
Pretty sure there's still some proms that are segregated here in the South.
That's shitty. That's so dumb. Get rid of that shit. That's not.
Yeah, it really hurts to hear that that's still a thing.
It's not progress.
In the year of our Lord 2019. In the year of our Lord current year.
Yeah.
That's a meme too, but like, holy shit, how is that still a thing?
How are we going backwards? These guys are...
It's like Joe Rogan said something to the effect of like, oh, because white people were oppressing them for so long, like now it's their turn to oppress us, and like 30 years from now we'll have a revolt and we get to oppress them again.
Can a teammate win for that? And I think you were closer. I'm not sure.
Miss. Good enough.
And end the cycle, yeah. That's how you make progress. Is it's like the whole "we owe you one" kind of thing. It's like, well, your ancestors did this, so you owe us. Fuck off.
And then it got even worse, because then it became like, yeah, even Asian people are part of the problem. Like you're not even like, you've been too privileged because you have been really smart and have gotten good grades and shit. So apparently that makes you privileged or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem, is the tribal mentality stuff, and it all starts getting wound up into weird shit. It's just spirals from there.
That's why I don't like identifying as anything. Because people will point at it and just be like, "Oh, this is a reason to not like you." Like, fuck off.
God, like, how weird is it to choose anything by race? Like, are you white enough to participate in absence day?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Like, that's where it really gets just so stupid, is when you start thinking about like its logical conclusion. Like, how about you just treat everyone like they're a fucking human being?
Yeah, exactly.
They didn't have any choice in what their skin color was going to be.
That's the whole.
What? How did that miss?
That was the whole point of all this shit in the first place. And like, I think I forget where it was, but there was some. I got fucked. There was some place that, like, I think it might have been in like Brazil or something, where like there's like the shades of black aren't good enough. So like, if you're certain shades, you're just not seen as black enough.
The paper bag thing.
Kinda, yeah.
Where they would like hold up a paper bag to see just how black you are.
But this was based off of like it was like one of like the old people, one of like old groups of people that were a certain shade. I forget. But
What's really sad is that even if every person on Earth was the same exact skin tone, we find other shit
oh yeah.
to be tribal about. Like the shape of their nose is, oh, come on.
It's the whole identity thing. It's just groups and shit. I don't.
Yeah.
But are you part of this group?
Tribal about something.
Are you part of this group? Yeah, but I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to, like, I don't even want to say that I'm a part of that group. Fuck that.
Yeah. No, I'm not a gamer. I just play games every once in a while.
I just play games a lot.
Don't make me part of the shape of their dick. What kind of shape are you working with, Barry?
Yeah, but what shapes?
Mine's pretty dick shaped. If I'm being honest. If that's too much information, I apologize, but mine's in the shape of a dick.
What shapes are we working? Triangles? Like.
No! How many times am I gonna be robbed?
Ow!
Ah!
Oh my god.
This game is cursed.
There's barely a backboard to hit, and we're hitting it.
All in all, I'm gonna go ahead and give racism the stamp of disapproval.
I'm gonna give.
I'm just that good of a
I'm
guy.
gonna give tribalism and elitism a no as well.
We're giving out a solid no. I think teammate helped him with that punch
did,
there.
Yeah. You could have waited a little bit, considering I was back, and I also had a glove. So he could have waited.
You could argue that grouping based on ideas instead of physical features is better, but it's still really sticky, and I don't like it.
Yeah, because again,
because that's what we have with liberals and
politics,
conservatives, and all that shit. A lot of atheists are going with humanism, which I think I pretty much agree with 100%, but until I find out that there's a facet of it that I hadn't heard of, that's why I'm like, I don't know if I want to agree with that.
I'm not going to agree with it, because again, there's going to be some humanist group that comes forward, and they're going to be extremist in some fashion, and then
I don't know what form that would take, but yeah, I see where you're coming from. Yeah, I agree. It's like there's a, you never know. Just like when you align yourself with something, it feels very worrisome that it could. Wow, we ended it. We ended racism. Yeah, we probably should have done that earlier. We probably could have saved a lot of people, a lot of trouble if we had just declared it bad sooner.
Yeah. Forfeit.
Forfeit!
He left. He left. Enjoy your ban, buddy.
With 20 seconds. Took you long enough. Well, Barry, we had to weigh the pros and cons of racism, okay?
Yeah, it's true.
We don't just make rash decisions around here. It's possible that judging somebody based on something that's entirely outside of their control, maybe that was a good thing.
Hey, you know what?
We had to weigh it.
You can make extra policies of racism because of racism, right? You got your normal policies, but then you have to separate and make them more complex based off of classes of some sort. And you know what? I like complexity.
Hey, water fountains for white people and water fountains for colored people. Now you've got twice the amount of water fountains.
True, yeah. I love water fountains.
Me too.
The cons outweigh the pros in this instance, I think.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, I love green things. Give me more green.
Sick people and not sick people. Sick people shouldn't get water.
That's healthism. Yeah, I feel a little bit oppressed here.
Yeah, you're a sick fuck.
That's true. They might catch my IBS through the water fountain.
water fountains for normal people and other water fountains for people that put their mouth on it.
Yeah. I put my ass on it first to make sure it's clean enough. If it's
to sanitize it?
Yeah. Well, I gotta make sure it's clean enough. You know, if it's dirtier than my ass, I know I shouldn't put my mouth on it.
Not sure how we avoided a goal there.
I didn't think he had that.
There should be roads for people who use their blinkers and roads for people who don't.
Yeah. Just bad drivers in general, the people that have had accidents.
Yeah, just
and
all
tickets.
the bad drivers. If you get a certain number of accidents or tickets within a year, you're demoted to the shit roads. We do actually need to start spending more on infrastructure. You should.
Like bridges.
You,
You don't use blinkers, Angel, at all?
you know what, Angel? It's like I'm perfectly okay with you not using your blinkers as long as you're on the other road. If I don't have to share the road with you, I don't care. Oh, I fucked it up. Bathrooms for people who don't wash their hands.
And for the people who want to talk.
Bathrooms for people who are gonna talk during.
Jim, is that you?
Just give them all like fucking video screens at the urinal so they can talk to each other.
You move the camera around in case you want to get a good view.
Enjoy your food there, Barry. Your multiple foods. Enjoy all of them.
Yeah, enjoy your food.
Yeah, I think you can still be on the good roads if you use your blinkers, except designated turning lanes. I think that's an okay exception. As long as you're not getting into wrecks because of it, I think we can allow it.
I get wrecked when I'm on the road.
Just one wrecked.
Yeah. They froze it! Can't get to that.
Oh.
Yeah, fuck up that guy. Oh, there's no one back. They're coming back, though. Nice.
Can't stop this. It's inevitable.
Canada's worst driver. I've never heard of that.
You could just go to r/idiots in cars now. You want good content of people being bad at driving.
Yeah, idiots in cars. I can't be on that subreddit more than like 20, 30 minutes or else I just get filled with rage.
I missed. Thank you. The internet really has kind of eaten the lunch of all those kind of shows like
Compilation.
America's Funniest Home Videos.
Compilation kind of shows.
Yeah. I can be on that subreddit. Your driving is bad enough to be on that subreddit? Or did you drop a T?
Oh boy.
Oh. You can be on that subreddit. Oh, okay. As opposed to Ashton, who struggles. Damn it. I used to go to the Donald subreddit. I was like, you know, they obviously disagree with me, but maybe they'll say something to change my mind. But man, there's just so much shit content there. So much tribalism.
Oh!
So much echo chamber nonsense. I haven't been to relationship advice. Why would I need relationship advice?
Yeah, got pinched in after you hit it, buddy. That sucks. Guess I'll glitch through it. No. You pinched it in, buddy. Networks, that happens. That happens with the networks. Yeah, these guys are really...
Yeah, is this your first Rocket League game? Oh, that was a nice boot.
The backwards goal from goalie position.
Do you not like it because it feels like 90% of advice on Reddit is you should leave your partner? Feels like people like my partner made this one mistake and it's like, oh, they clearly don't love you and you should leave them now. Sometimes they're dead on. Like sometimes there's some serious red flags. It's like,
I ran out of boost, fuck me.
Like you'll see crazy shit like my significant other doesn't want me to see my mom anymore. And it's like, what the fuck, dude? Get out of that relationship. That's messed up. Why are you asking us for advice? That's clearly ridiculous. But then there's just like, you know, something really small. Like they ate they like to eat the bag of chips that I like or some shit.
Yeah.
And Redditors will tell them, oh, your relationship's over. It's like, what the fuck? Come on, they made a mistake. Well, I got a demotion.
And there's a lot of nuance to the relationships too, and like a lot of people just like...
Yeah, you don't have all the information. You could be hearing like a very one-sided representation of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely stories where people are very justified. The ones that are like, there's some where it feels like they're trying to get an army of Redditors on their side. Some it really feels like they're trying to be manipulative.
Yeah.
And
use it
maybe so they can like show that to Some of them feel shitty. Some of them are just straight up lies. One of my favorite subreddits is r/quityourbullshit because they call people out. I was like, oh yeah, you're struggling with your fiance. It says you like 2 days ago you posted that you've never been in a relationship before or something.
Yeah.
Just like you know your post history is public record, right? People just posting shit to farm for karma.
God, I'm glad I don't post on Reddit very much anymore. Because just the amount of ridiculous and stupid people.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'll see some of the few top comments and I'm just like, alright, I'm good. I am done. Oh my god, yawn. And luckily
I want to be part of a good community. Like that's kind of fun. Like the idea of hanging out with people that you're fans of the similar things, but the vast majority of Reddit it can get so toxic so fast.
Yep. You know, pretty much any social media type large congregation of people. That's
the thing with Reddit though, is that it's anonymous. It's you're not seeing people's real names.
Yeah.
So that can be good and bad.
Twitter's kind of the same way too with that. You don't have to see people's real names, but they do have them on there.
Yeah, I think that's they get the whole verified system. Like it's more of an expectation to know a person's more common.
Verified.
Whereas on Reddit, it's like
verified's only for the really big people, though.
I understand, but I just mean that like people like to tie their Twitter to their personal them. Yeah. Whereas Reddit, it's very rare for an account to be tied to a real person's name. It's usually only for like celebrities doing AMA promotions for movies and shit that you actually know a person's name.
The Jared's post on there, his reply to the whole situation. My God, you just look through the comments and you're just like, oh boy.
His post on Twitter.
Yeah,
what did he say again? I forgot.
Basically.
Oh yeah. I remember Angel's saying it now.
Yeah. Like they were they agreed to apparently a polyamorous relationship, but then as soon as he got with Holly, she was not okay with it and got mad.
Mm-hmm.
And then the only thing that so a lot of people in the comments were like, you didn't address the fact that you sent pictures to minors, right? Which again, we don't know his intent for sending them to minors. It was not all of them were minors, or that it doesn't sound like he was targeting minors. That he just accidentally happened to send them to minors, which sucks and is shitty, but like that can happen. Like that's just
so like if they had an agreement about being polyamorous, like if she had expressed to him that it was cool for him to send dick pics to fans, then I guess he's largely cleared of everything except sending them to underage kids, which, as you're saying, like could have been by mistake.
He also put in his thing that he said every decision I made because of this has been lawful in intent. So the only thing that I know that would have been illegal in all this shit is the minor thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So so people clearly didn't read it very well, but also like that is one of the very few things in there I can 100% or not 100%, but mostly believe that his intent was to be lawful. I
have no evidence to the contrary, so I can't really have an opinion on it. I don't have any reason to believe that.
Well, that's the thing. Is like I don't have any evidence on it, therefore I'm gonna say innocent until proven guilty.
Right. So, yeah, I'm agreeing with you. Because that's the one thing we kept coming back to, is that like we have proof of him and his conduct towards the fans. That's the one thing we keep saying. Well, we do have that though. Yeah. But if he agreed to, that if she had expressed that she was cool with it, which we don't have any evidence of, this is also speculation. Yeah. Then he could effectively be cleared on basically all charges.
Yeah, basically. So that's why it's a he said she said kind of thing. So I just kind of stick my hands up in the air and go, "Fuck it, dude. I don't care anymore."
Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of been my position the whole time. It's like I don't know how to feel about this because I don't know all the information.
Yep. What's up there, Meep? Thanks for the raid.
The Twitter outrage might be justified, but it also could be like shitting on a guy that didn't make a lot of big mistakes like people are acting like he did.
I think it's a bit overblown. How you doing, Meep? I'm about to BRB actually, Meep, but I'll ask you about stuff when I get back. But welcome, Raiders.
If he really did do shitty things, like Twitter doesn't have to be the disciplinary committee.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a private affair. Like it's he said, she said shit. Like you guys are butting your heads into it and being like, I know exactly what happened. Fuck off.
Yeah.
So it's a mess. You gotta be RBT. That's mildly serious. It's pro Jared shit. Okay, yeah, it's time for me to switch to Okami. So,
goodbye.
Have a good one, son, bro. See you tomorrow.
See ya.
And I'm gonna be BRB.